I don't know, does anybody here watch Sylvan Franklin? He's not technically a Linux YouTuber, but he basically uses the whole Unix environment, Vim, and all this kind of stuff. Anybody know I'm talking about? Sylvan Franklin? And now he's a developer, and I think it's quite interesting to watch him. But he did a video very recently, I think it was only a day or so ago, about is it the uutils? Something to do with some kind of some kind of Rust rewrite of a GNU core util, right? And he's actually done like Rust rewrites in the past. What was interesting about it is, and this is sort of my feeling, when you really think about it, what are you adding to the Linux and software world? Now, you often hear the argument, this is making it memory safe because it's written in Rust. Why shouldn't anybody have a Rust rewrite? And I think all those arguments are technically true, but in your sort of heart of hearts, right? If you are a software developer, why the hell? Why do we need? Really think about it. Why do we need another version of this program? Is it touching the internet? Is it really memory safety critical? Why does it matter? Why not make some new software? Why not make something novel or original? Why have we got to have this series of Marvel characters, or what, let's put it, why do we need to, why do we need to almost like franchise existing software in different software languages? Now, if this is your pet project, right? This is you trying to work out how to learn Rust, that's fine. But what was interesting, what he said about it, which I agree with, is why has this thing got like 17,000 stars on GitHub? It's a freaking rewrite of a program that's existed forever, that had always done the job, that didn't have any real safety issues. Yes, there are exceptions. I know sudo has had some critical bugs, but there is doas, right? Which, has a much smaller footprint. If you really are worried about sudo, use doas. But the whole uutils suite, it is just an overreaction, an extraordinary amount of effort that's not really needed. Write some new software, write some really original software, novel software, fix issues that actually exist, not creating new issues that don't. I'm not even against, some of the things that have come out in that Linux news where people have, given it some of these utils a hard time because they've got bugs, right? And laughing at them because, hey, it's written in Rust and it's got bugs. I'm not even having a go at that, because sure, it's new software. Even if it's a rewrite, it's going to have bugs. Of course, it's not going to be performant yet. My issue is the premise is we don't need these damn things, okay? It's not even, to me personally, it's not even interesting. Okay, I'm not a programmer, but it was interesting. Sylvan Franklin is a developer, a programmer, and his perspective was very much like, you're just creating software that not just doesn't need to exist, because again, it's like when I was going back, Cosmic doesn't need to exist, right? In a way, my small program TTYSH doesn't need to exist. But all I would say is, at least try and do something that hasn't been seen before. Try and create something novel, interesting, even if it doesn't have a use case. But just having iterations of the same kind of stuff, particularly trying to fix problems that don't really exist. It's just, I don't know, to me, it's kind of like laughable, the attention they get. And I know it's part of, people's favorite languages and whatever.